We offer the free coaching for medicine, that is NEET, IIT JEE, IAS, IPS. This is the purely free coaching and free subscription at all. There is no cost at all. Hence, we are requesting you from your side, please cooperate the channel, subscribe the channel and share and comment the channel. Okay. This is the online live class. This is second class. Today we are started. Now I am ready to discussing the some of the aspects from the physics, mathematics and chemistry as well as geography. Previously we are discussing about the Archimedes, the Syracuse of Sicily. We are discussing at that moment about circle and sector, formulas and some of the aspects. So, we are incomplete the one aspect from that lesson, previous lesson, that is Bion's force. We are discussing about the definition. We are not discussing about the what is that formula. Now, we are go through that formula and we take other aspect from the Roman astronomer and mathematician. Okay, got it? Now, we go for Bion's force. What is the Bion's force? An upward force exerted on an object in a fluid, then that object opposes that force. This is known as the Bion's force. Okay. Then what is the formula for the Bion's force? So, we required what is that definition, formula and concept. Now, we go through that formula. Fb is equal to PVG. Fb is equal to PVG. This is Bion's force formula. Then what is Fe? Fe is the Bion's force. Fe is the Bion's force. Fe is the Bion's force. Got it? Then what is his units in SI units? Bion's force in SI units. In SI units, that is Newton. That is Newton. SI units, that is Newton. Bion's force SI units is Newton. Here some formula is there and now we show some figurative. This is surface of the water. This is surface of water. This is surface of the water. One object is there. This is float. This is floating. There is force of weight. Here an opposite force, that is Bion's force, Bf. Bf is Bion's force. Another object, that is here, this is in the sink position. Here one force is acted, that is force of weight. Here another force is worked, that is Bion's force. Okay. So, we go to this formula. Fe is the Bion's force. Then what is P? P is the density of the fluid. P is density of the fluid. Then here another letter is there, that is V. What is V? V is equal to volume of that object displaced by in fluid. Volume of a particular object particular object displaced in a fluid or by a fluid, displaced in a fluid, that is the V. P is the density of a fluid, and G, what is the G? We know the importance of the G, everyone, from the lower classes to the higher classes. Without this value or this abbreviation or this definition, there is no physics. Totally physics depend upon this G value. We know that gravity, G is known as the gravity. G is known as gravity. Gravity, G is known as gravity. Gravity in fluid. Gravity in fluid. Gravity in fluid. In fluid. Due to very important definition here occurs, that is acceleration. Without acceleration there is no physics. So due to acceleration, so Bion's force formula is Fb is equal to Pvg. Here Fb is equal to, what is the Fb? Buoyant force. The buoyant force units in SI, that is Newton, and P, what is P? P is the density of the fluid. And V is volume of a particular object floating or sinking in a fluid, displaced in a fluid. And what is G? G is the gravity due to acceleration by a fluid. Okay. Then so here, what are the SI units of the gravity? What are the SI units of the gravity? SI units, gravity. Meter per second square. Okay. Now we go to the another aspects, that are the kinds of Bion's force. Bion's force is three kinds. Bion's force is three kinds. What are they? Those are positive buoyancy and negative buoyancy and neutral buoyancy. Bion's force is three kinds, that are positive buoyancy, negative buoyancy and neutral buoyancy. Okay. Now in this formula we are discussing gravity. All of you know about the gravity. Generally we are saying about the gravity, G is equal to 9.8 meters per second square. Something we are saying. But this is the very largest topic, very big topic about the gravity. We know who is invented the gravity or gravitational force. This gravitational force is known as universal force. This gravitational force is also known as universal force. Okay. Then who finds this gravitational force, this universal force? It is found by Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton found the gravitational force or a universal force. What is this concept? What is this theory? This theory is very, very important in physics. That is, gravitational force, that is, when an object is through in the sky or in the air, then automatically it comes down to the earth or it attracts by the earth. Then what happens? We throw that an object, then automatically that object fall down the earth. That means there is a force is imbibed with the two objects. That means what happens here? What happens here? The particles of an object, is attracted by the particles of the another object directly and inversely. What is directly? Directly means the product of the two objects directly, and inversely. What is inverse here? Here the square of distance of that two objects of the particles. The square of distance of that two objects. Got it? Two objects is there. Each object attracts by their powers or by their forces. Okay. So that forces are directly attracted by the product of the two objects, and inversely what happens here? Directly that product of the two objects. Here inversely the square of distance of the two objects. Okay, got it? Now here what happens? Gravitational force in general, what happens? Gravitational force, one object attracts. That means we throw the object in air, automatically it comes down. Earth attracts. That what happens? The earth has the greatest force. This force is known as or called as universal force. This force is called as the universal force. Got it? Then what happens here? For attraction two objects, product of the two force is equal to force. This is force is equal to G m1 m2 d square. F is equal to G m1 m2 d square. Here what is G? G is the gravitational force or gravity. G is gravitational force or gravity. First of all, we are saying through the Bion's force G is equal to 9.8 meters per second square. I said that is average attraction force or gravity, that value. Here some change is occurred. What is that? G is equal to 6.673 Newton meter square per kg square. Newton meters square for kg square. G is equal to 6.673 Newton meters square for kg square. Here, what is M1, what is M2? These are the two objects. M1, M2 are the two objects. What is that? The masses of the two objects are attracts each other. The masses of the two objects attracts each other due to the gravitational force. Then what here? D is the distance. Distance between the two objects. D is the distance between the two objects. This is F. F means force. F means force. That is, what is force? What happens force? On that force, gravity is there. In any force in this universe, gravity applied, gravitational force applied. Then what are the SI units of the force? Newton. Newton is the SI units of the force. Okay, got it. So here we saying about the Isaac Newton. What are the important topics about the Isaac Newton? Newton find the three formulas. Newton find the three formulas. Those are Newton's gravitational force, related to the Newton's gravitational force. Okay. What is the first formula? What is the first formula? The first formula is an object in rest position. An object is in rest position when the outer side force is not applied on that object, it is not movable. When the outer side force is applicable or applied on that object, it is moves. That means when an object in the rest position, unless it is not moved, it is moved. Unless it is moved, outside force is applicable. Outside force is applicable. That means up to the level of when we are not applied the force outside, from outside on that particular object, the object not takes the movement, not takes the direction, or not change its movement or direction. It is the first formula. It is the first formula. That means if a object is required to move, then a outside force is required. Got it? If you are not applied outside force and particular object, that object or the thing is not moved at all. This is the first law of the Newton. First law of the Newton. Now, it is very, very important formula. It is given to the IAS, IPS preliminary examination, and also it is given in NEET, IIT JEE exams also. That is very, very important formula. That is force is equal to mass into acceleration. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. This is the second formula of the Newton. When a force is applied on an object, then that is equal to the mass of times and acceleration. A force is applied on an object, or that object is equivalent to the force. The object of the force is equivalent to the mass of its time and its acceleration. That is, force is equal to mass into acceleration. MA, force is equal to MA. That is, force is equal to MA. That means if we applied force on an object, then object, what happens? That object moves in a particular direction. Okay, got it? Then what is the main aspect in that movement? What is the main aspect in that concept? That object having mass. Got it? That object having mass, particular mass, with that particular mass, when the object moves, force is applied on that object, then object also takes the acceleration. That object also depends upon the acceleration. According to the acceleration, on that object, when we are applied the force, it takes direction with the particular acceleration. That is equal to F is equal to ma. This is the second formula, second law of the Sir Isaac Newton. First formula is when we are applied an object with the outside force, it is moved. When an object in rest position, then what happens? We did not apply the outside force, then it is lies like that only, adjusting like that only. It is not take any movement, just it's adjusting in that particular place. It is the first formula. That means what is the first formula? We are not applied the force on the particular object. In second formula, what happens here? We are applied the force on the particular object. Then it will take, when we are applied the force on the particular object, it will take the, what take? Direction take. What take? Direction take means it takes speed, velocity, it takes some distance. It is due to the applied force. So, that particular object, generally it having the some mass with the acceleration. So, these two factors are mass with the acceleration. These two factors are applied on that particular object, it takes a movement. Okay, got it? This is the second formula. What is third formula? We are all know about this third formula from the lower classes. What is that third formula? Every action there is a equal and opposite reaction. Every action equals to there is a opposite and equal reaction. This is the formula. Then here in definition we are saying when two objects involved in a particular aspect, the force, they using the force or force is applied on the two objects, then what happens with the two objects? That two objects works each other oppositely, and the two objects, what happens, having equal actions or equal forces. This is the definition of the third formula. So, here action is equal to minus reaction. Action is equal to minus reaction. This is the third formula. These two formulas are very, very important in physics. Okay, we are go through the Isaac Newton formulas. Now we are go through the Isaac Newton's universal law or gravitational force. Gravitational force G is equal to what is the G is equal to m1 mt. Force is equal to G m1 m2 r square. G into m1, G is equal to m1 m2 r square. Force, that is the universal gravitational force. Okay. Now we are Now we are go through the some important definitions. What we are discussing now on that topics we are thinking, or we are discussing some definitions, main definitions. We are discussing about the acceleration, and secondary is velocity, and third is speed. These are the main important factors. Then what is the acceleration? What is the acceleration? What is the acceleration? In Telugu it is told as tvaranamu. In Telugu it is told as tvaranamu. In English it is told as acceleration. This word is denoted by the A. This word is denoted by A. Okay. Now, what is the acceleration? The change of an object consisting the change of velocity over the change of the time. It's consisting, or the definition is the change of velocity over the change of the time, over the change of the time. What is the change of velocity? How we are denoted the change of velocity, and change of time? How we are discussing the change of the time? It is told as the acceleration. I am saying, suppose I am in Hyderabad, BN Reddy Nagar, Vanasthalipuram. Then I want to travel with one fine bike to the Amirpet or SR Nagar. I started my travel from the BN Reddy Nagar, Vanasthalipuram, Hyderabad with that fine bike. I started my travel with some speed. With 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, after that I increase the speed. After that I decrease the speed. After 3 kilometers I decrease the speed. Then I increase the speed. Up and downs are common. Or up and downs are occurred in that total journey. So what happens in the change of velocity? Velocity changed at all. Sometimes some velocity is there, sometimes some velocity is there. Finally we reach that destination, some change of the velocity we got that. Okay. Now here change of the velocity means here velocity v is the velocity. Then what happens here? Change of the velocity is delta v. Change of the velocity is delta v. This change of the velocity depends upon which aspect? What is the most important aspect? Most important aspect is here time. It is a time based calculation now. So velocity is depend upon the time based calculation, and v is proportional to time. V is belongs to time. Here acceleration two aspects are there. One is the velocity and another is the time. One is the velocity and another is the time. Okay. Here change of time. If I moved with the 20 minutes 10 kilometers per hour, another 6 minutes I increased my speed 11 kilometers per hour, another 10 minutes I decreased my speed, that is velocity, that is 5 kilometers per hour, like that. Time or velocity is depend upon the time. The change of time means here delta t. The change of velocity here delta t. Then how we generate this formula means acceleration is equal to delta v by delta t. Acceleration is equal to delta v by delta t. This is the acceleration. Got it, my friends? Then now we are discussing that velocity. We are discussing acceleration. Now velocity. Now velocity and speed. Now velocity and speed. Here, what is the velocity here? The distance traveled by an object in a unit time. The distance traveled by an object or thing in a unit time is called velocity, or the displacement of an object in an unit time is also called velocity. Or the increasing of the speed of an object is also called velocity. Okay, my friends? Then this is velocity v. Okay, velocity v. Okay, if we are thinking about the velocity for that particular object, what happens there? That particular object having magnitude and direction. That particular object having magnitude and another aspect or another parameter is, what is that magnitude and direction? Magnitude and direction. What is magnitude? Magnitude means some size of a object, some size of mass of a particular object. It is a magnitude. Direction we know. Magnitude and direction. These two are the most important factors in the physics. These two objects are very, very important. Not only in physics, mathematics. Vectors and scalars chapter is there in mathematics. These two parameters are, we see there also. Magnitude and direction. What is magnitude and direction? We have two parameters. We have two quantities. We have two theorems. Vectors and scalars. Vectors and scalars. Vectors and scalars. Vectors and scalars. What is vector or vector quantity or vector concept or vector theory? Theory means if an object having magnitude and direction, if an object having magnitude and direction, those are called as the vector quantities. If they have no direction, those particular aspects or particular objects are called as scalar quantities. Scalar quantities. Okay, here we discussing about the velocity. I say already said that definition velocity, and now we go for the speed. We go for the speed. All of you know from the lower classes about the speed. What is speed? Then suddenly they are saying about the speed is equal to distance by time. Speed is equal to distance by time. Then distance is equal to speed into time. Distance is equal to speed into time. Time is equal to distance by speed. Time is equal to distance by speed. Arithmetic formulas in time and distance, time and work, those chapters are existing with this formulas, depend upon this formulas. Speed is equal to distance by time, distance is equal to speed into time, time is equal to distance by speed. So then what is the speed? What is the speed? An object travelled to a distance or covered by a distance in a unit time. Everywhere you can take that unit time. Without unit time there is no definition in physics. Time is the main important factor in physics. So because Albert Einstein saying about that theory of relativity, that is depend upon the time related factors, theory of relativity. Albert Einstein is very good and most important and superior concept in the physics. That formula, Albert Einstein's theory of relativity theory. Okay, here we are saying about the speed. Speed is equal to distance by time. I said the definition, the particular distance, a distance travelled by an object or covered by an object in a unit time, that is called as the speed. What are the SI units of the speed? What are the SI units of the speed? Meter per second. Meter per second is the SI units of the speed. Got it, my friends? These are the main important. What are the main important factors here? Acceleration is equal to delta V by delta T. I am saying that. And second one, velocity. And third one is the speed. Here velocity. How we are find out the average velocity? How we find out the average velocity? Average velocity nothing but AV is equal to delta x by delta t. Average velocity is equal to delta x by delta t. This is the formula, main important formula. What is this? The change of an object of a distance or position is x. In what is t here? Time intervals. Delta t is the change of the time in time intervals. One time interval, the change of the position of a body or object is like one way, and secondary that is another way, and thirdly that is another, fourthly that is another way. It changes. So average velocity AV is equal to delta x by delta t. Got it, my friends? Okay. Now we are go through the another concept here. Now we are go through the another concept. What is concept? That concept we are again we are go through the My favorite hero in physics, Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton అంటే నాకు ప్రాణం ఇచ్చేస్తాను నేను, అంత ఇష్టం సర్ ఇజాక్ న్యూటన్ అంటే నాకు. అక్కడికి వెళ్తున్నాం మళ్ళీ మనం. G ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు m1 m2 by d square or m1 m2 d square. 9.8 meters per second square, the average what is that attraction of the earth అని చెప్పి 9.8 meters per second square. Already I told that, books are told that, and Pandits are told like that. Okay, here what is the main important factor here? We are taking what is that where gravitational force or universal gravitational force about the earth, that is also called as the universal gravitational force. Okay, that is fine. Now here earth is there. Already we know from the geography what is that what is subplanet. Moon is the subplanet of the earth. Moon is the subplanet of the earth. All the planets are moved around the sun. Solar system, that is known as the solar system. Solar system. Solar system. Solar system. What is the solar system? Sun is the center of the universe. Sun is the center. Sun is the center of the universe. Sun is the center of the universe. That is the solar system. Okay. Now what here I am discussing that moon. I take moon. About the moon, what is the main aspect? It is the subplanet of the earth, moves around the earth and also moves around the sun. Okay. Okay, how we are find out in easy way all the planets ante, my good mother, my very intelligent mother served as noodles. My very good mother just served as noodles. This is the shortcut method. How we are remembering that planets. In examinations they are changing their positions, so they are asking please set in the order. In civil service examinations, some geography question, something, please set in the order. How we are find that my very good mother just served as noodles. My very good mother just served as noodles means Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Like that we are remembering this. Just a small formula this is. Now we are go through that moon, earth, moon, earth, moon. I am telling you about this. This is the subplanet of the earth. This is the subplanet of the earth, moon. It revolves around the earth. Moon revolves around the earth. Okay, that is fine. Now what happens here? An object or a thing having some weight in this universe. We have some weight, or an object having some weight. When that weight changes on the moon, when or that weight on the earth just changes on the moon. If we are go to the moon, weight is varies. An object's weight on moon is 1/6 of the earth. In the earth's attraction, that is 1/6 of the moon. The weight on the moon is the 1/6 of the earth. Okay, 1/6 of the earth. ఎర్త్లో మూన్ యొక్క అట్రాక్షన్ ఫోర్స్ ఎంత ఉంటుందంటే కనుక 1/6 ఉంటుంది. మూన్ యొక్క అట్రాక్షన్ 1/6 ఉంటుంది. whenever. So here are some formulas I am discussing. What is the moon values? What is the moon value? That is, moon value is equal to gm by r square. This is gravitational mass distance, gm by r square, moon's value. Then here generally g is equal to, gravitational is equal to 6.673 Newton meters square per kg square. 6.673 Newton meters square per kg square. Okay, here what is the mass of the moon? Mass of the moon is equal to 7.35 into 10 to the power of 22 kg. Mass of the moon is equal to 7.35 into 10 to the power of 22 kg. Then what is the radius of the moon? Radius of the moon is equal to 1.74 into 10 to the power of 6 meters. Radius of the moon is equal to 1.74 into 10 to the power of 6 meters. Then what is here? G is equal to, gravitational force D is equal to 6.67 into, here moon value gm by r square, that means 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 11 into 7.35 into 10 to the power of 22. G is equal to 6.673 Newton meter square per kg square. Here G is equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 11 into 7.35 into 10 to the power of 22, according to the moon value gm by r square. I am saying about that. Then what here r square, whole by 1.74 into 10 to the power of minus 6 whole square. 10 to the G is equal to 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 11 into 7.35 into 10 to the power of 22 by 1.74 into 10 to the power of minus 6 whole square, according to gm by r square. Okay, then what happens here? G is equal to 1.625 meter per second square. Moon value, gravitational force on the moon, G is equal to 1.625 meters per second square. That is the main formula. Okay, here moon value gm by r square, mass of the moon 7.35 into 10 to the power 22 kg, radius of the moon 1.74 into 10 to the power of 6 meters. G is equal to 6.673 Newton meter square per kg square. G is equal to now gm by r square 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 11 into 7.35 into 10 to the power of 22 whole by 1.74 into 10 to the power of minus 6 whole square. That is equal to G is equal to 1.625 meters per second square. That is the moon's value. Now I am saying another aspect. This is the last aspect, my dear friends. I told the force or the attraction on the moon, that is the 1/6. 1/6 I am saying. If an object on the earth having something, what is that, 400 kilograms, 400 kilograms. If an object on the earth, the mass, the weight, that is another 400 kilograms. What happens on that, that is on moon, what happens, that is 1/6 I am saying. What happens here, we are converted or we are applied here 400 into 1/6, that is 6th, 6 అంటే 4 ఉంది, 6 36, 4 మళ్ళీ 40, అగైన్ 6 36 మళ్ళీ 4 ఉంది, 66, some 0.666, 66.6 something kilograms, like that. Okay, my dear friends, this is the last aspect. Then we go to the another class about the greatest philosopher, greatest astronomer, greatest mathematician and greatest astrophysics person, and he also covered the many topics about the optics, about the constellation of the stars. Maximum aspects he covered in the books in our subject. We are discuss about that person's subject in the next class. So I requesting from your side, please, this is the purely free coaching, online live classes and free subscription at all. There is no cost at all. Again we are requesting, please subscribe it, share it, like it, comment it. This channel is useful to the many students among the India, across the India. So please support, please cooperate this channel. Good evening all of you. We are meet next class. Okay, we are giving the notification information in the YouTube time, what is the time or what is the period. Okay, all of you, good evening. Thank you. Bye bye. ఎలా వచ్చినాయి, అయిపోయిందా?